Good morning, Cycle Zenners. We are day 5. It's about 6 o'clock. We've just stopped at a garage. We woke up about an hour ago. We woke up at 5 a.m. Last night we slept in a cemetery. It was actually, it was really nice. It was convenient and sorry, I've had about 2 hours sleep. I haven't had any coffee yet, so the brain is not quite functioning. But it's day 5. We're about 45 kilometers from Cologne. It was so cold this morning when we woke up. Luckily, we've got great sleeping bags. The only problem is when you get yourself out of the sleeping bag, it doesn't help the fact that it was about 4 degrees Celsius and it was really cold. But we packed up. We went on the bikes for about 45 minutes to warm up, and we found a garage, so Lisa's getting some coffee. And I'm wearing basically everything. I'm wearing like all the clothes. Just realized how little body fat I've got at the moment, because if I'm not cycling or eating or drinking coffee and it's this cold, I'm just freezing. So hopefully Lisa will get some coffee and that'll warm us up. But we're excited because we're so close. We could get to Cologne in about 2 hours if we navigate right. So hopefully we'll see you there. And there's like freezing fog as well. There's fog, all the moisture on everything. Everything is soaked, but it's okay because we've nearly made our destination. Oh, and look, that's the sight for sore eyes. A wife with coffee. Hey guys, sorry for the product placement there. I always find pieces to camera a lot easier to do after I've had some coffee and some food. And I do apologize for any previous pieces to camera I've done where I may come across grumpy, because it's normally because I'm calorie deficit and starting to look like I want to eat my own hand. But yeah, I feel good because I just had a really high calorific McDonald's breakfast, which is always a bit of a treat when you've been cycling for a few days. So it's daylight. It's about 9 o'clock, I think, something like that. The sun's coming up. It looks like it's going to be a really beautiful day. I hope you can hear me okay. I'm sorry for the Euro pop music in the background. But hey, it's the price you have to pay for coffee and some McDonald's eggs and warm your feet up. We're just south of Dusseldorf and we're about 30k from Cologne, So like I said, previously, last night we slept in a cemetery, and I thought I'd talk a little bit about that and talk a little bit about wild camping in general. I do try and decide where we're going to camp. We try and be sensible and responsible, Normally I try and look for a forest which is out of any major cities or towns. You don't want to be sleeping, rough in a city or town, because you're just asking for trouble, or you're going to be impeding on someone's property or something like that, and it's just not very nice either. So much nicer to sleep in the forest. And basically what I do is just look on Google Maps, look on the kind of terrain setting, and just look for a nice forest that we can head to that looks quiet Also, try and make sure that it's not like a nature park or a nature reserve or anything like that, because we don't want to disturb the nature and scare the wildlife off, and we don't want to have any a negative impact on the environment. We always make sure we don't leave any trace of our camping. So by that I mean, we will carry all our rubbish with us. We won't have fires or anything like that. We won't even, even though we are in isolated, kind of quiet places, we will make a point of not making lots of noise or using lots of light, again, not to disturb the wildlife, and even when it comes to going to the toilet, which is, something maybe you're thinking about. Where do they go for a poo? Well, there's two things you can do. You can dig a hole and you can poo in a hole, and then you can cover it up. And I think that's totally responsible and safe. And, trust me, with my diet, I'm fertilizing the ground when I do that. But one thing I do make sure of is I don't bury toilet roll or wet wipes or anything like that. We carry basically, dog poo bags, basically. Put that in there, tie them up, let that hang off, rather beautifully off the back of my bike, anti-back your hands, and you're good to go, and again, it's little things like toilet roll and plastic and stuff like that. Like, I just don't want to contribute at all to creating litter, so don't do that. And then, you come past a dog bin poop place, deposit your bag of poop, and all is good. So that's what we normally do. Yesterday, however, we didn't plan on sleeping in a cemetery. We were heading towards a forest, and then we got to the point where I was like, okay, it was starting to get a bit dark, so it was like, let's find somewhere to sit and cook up some food, cook up some dinner, have our hot meal for the day. So we happened upon this kind of cemetery park. It wasn't it wasn't gated or fenced in or anything like that. It was completely open. It was actually looked like a really new kind of, not a new cemetery, but like it looked like an old piece of land that had recently been used as a cemetery. And some of the graves were quite big, and again, there just weren't a lot of graves there actually, which was interesting. But we sat there and we had our bean stew, and basically after eating that we just felt really tired actually, and it was such a quiet spot, and there was just loads of space and we were just away from lots of we weren't near a town or anything like that. We were just kind of in the middle of nowhere. So we thought, I thought, am I being disrespectful by sleeping in a cemetery? And I thought, well, if it was a place where one of my loved one was buried, would I really be bothered about a couple of cycle tourists camping there one night and leaving without anyone seeing and without leaving any trace of them being there? And I thought, well, no, not really. If anyone had come there and asked us to move on, we would have happily carried on to the forest and gone. But that didn't happen. We got up again. We make a point of getting up really early so we don't annoy anyone, or some people can be funny. So we got up early, left no trace, and hit the road. It was cold. It was really cold this morning. So it's so nice to warm up and get some food in us. So it's cool. It's kind of, it's not come to an end, but we are reaching our destination that we have planned to get to, and that always feels good. So I think today's going to be a really nice day, and I know I'm happy because I know I'm going to have a bath tonight as well, so that'd be great. and hopefully we'll get some nice shots of Cologne. So roll that footage that has not happened yet, but I'm sure is going to happen.
So it has happened as we thought it would. Hi everyone, so you can probably see there was a slight puncture issue, but at the same time it is such a beautiful stop. It really couldn't have happened in a better place. I mean, we are currently 20k outside Cologne, and we've just stopped for a coffee, and as we did, I obviously run over a thorn and we had the first puncture of the trip. Now, to be fair, given how grubby the cycle paths are, and it's been raining and they are just covered in autumn sort of debris, I'm surprised it's not happened already. But fortunately I have an excellent bike mechanic with me in Sean, and as you can see, he's currently fixing the repair, fixing the inner tube. Hopefully we'll be back on the road in maybe 10 minutes, and next time you see us we'll be in Cologne.
Where are we, Lizzie?
Cologne!
Yeah, we made it!
I'm about to get a beer.
Oh god! Look at that, it's the big old cathedral. That is the station. And there's some random people in Cologne. Yeah. Yeah.
Bring on the hotel.
Yeah. Well, there you go. It's the anticlimax. If you've been watching this far, this is what you were waiting for. Sorry.
Ready when you are, baby.
got a dream, it's cool. I got a bicycle, it's a tool. Pack up your things and join me. Let's go find what we can see. We can cycle past the cars. We can sleep under the stars. We can live on pastries. All I need is you and me. If it rains, I got a coat. If there's an island, we'll take a boat. Nothing to stop us from leaving. Nothing to stop us from dreaming. Well, it looks like, it feels like the magic is in her eyes. It looks like, it feels like nothing before your. It looks like, it feels like the sun shines on her mind. It looks like, it feels like nothing before your. Yeah, like nothing before. Yeah, like nothing before. I lost my confidence long ago. She built it back real slow. Got so much faith in me. Got so much love in me. Listen closely, you'll see. Realize your dreams is easy. Just work hard and cycle far to finally discover who you are. Life can be hope, life can be despair. Cycling through both don't always feel fair. Sometimes lost but always get there. One thing I know, we'll always be a pair. One love, cycling, two hearts beating. Freedom is what you get when you go cycles in. Yeah, it looks like, it feels like the magic is in her eyes. It looks like, it feels like nothing before your. Yeah, it looks like, it feels like the sun shines on her mind. It looks like, it feels like nothing before your. Yeah, like nothing before. Yeah, like nothing before. Woo! Cycles in! Well, that's it, I'm afraid, guys. That's the end of the video. We made it to Cologne in 5 days. But that's not the end of the series of videos, because we cycle all the way back to the Hook of Holland in another 5 days, and we even go a slightly different way. So that's 5 more days of me speaking nonsense into the camera and listening to my crazy music. So enjoy. And if that's not enough, you can check out our TikTok and our Instagram. How convenient is that? I never know how to end these things.